What's up guys, my name is Shanti and you're watching me on my YouTube channel, The Layer V. Today's going to be my 4th episode of my Girlfriend Guide series that I've introduced on my channel this year on The Layer V. And if you're newly watching me and this video for the first time, welcome. Please take a quick minute to hit the subscribe button down in this video. And don't forget to click on the bell icon next to it just so that you stay notified whenever I have new video uploads going up on my channel, because I do not want you to be missing out on new content coming your way. This video is going to be about how you can actually start becoming more productive. I'm going to be walking you through a few tips and tricks that I've noticed. This will definitely be helpful if you find yourself taking too much time on a particular task. Let's get started. This may sound really odd to some of you guys, but my first trick is to actually, the minute when I wake up, is to grab a tall glass of water. I make sure that I have my breakfast within the first hour of waking up, and this, what actually it does is it kind of helps me boost my metabolism from the moment I wake up, and I don't feel like I get a lot of hunger pangs throughout the day. And I make sure that I grab something in between, like an apple, a serving of Vitagen. This way I feel like my brain can actually catch up with the energy that I have. When I don't used to do this, I feel like I had a lot of little energy in myself and I feel like I'm trembly around afternoon, and I notice a lot of differences since the time I started doing this. So do try this if you have not been doing so. The minute you get up, make sure that you have a tall glass of water at room temperature. Productivity tip number 2 will not come as a surprise. I'm huge on planning. Yes, I am a planning freak, but I feel like it kind of really helps me plan out my days ahead of me, my months ahead of me. But definitely planning a weeks ahead has helped me kind of like calm myself down, and I know that I have a lot more days ahead of me where I can plan for things that I need to get done progressively, and I don't have to take on everything all at once in a day's worth of work. An important tip is, if you try or attempt to cram everything in a day's worth of work, that's when you start having sleep troubles, because you're always thinking about what you have to do next. There's just a lot on your mind. But when I do plan ahead, I know that I can progressively just cancel, take the things off my checklist. There's still space in between the days if I have like a new task to take on, new task to take on or something like that. By making sure that I try to get the bulk of the things done for that particular day, I feel like it frees up the afternoon for me. In this case, if I do feel like having cakes or biscuits for tea, I've actually have free time to bake, and that's where you actually follow me on my Instagram and notice that I do a lot of baking, because I do make sure that I have a lot of pockets of time. For example, if I feel like I am not being productive at home and then I try to just take the work away from home, sometimes I work from coffee joints. You may spot me at Coffee Bean, Starbucks, Costa Coffee, somewhere around town. Sometimes I don't get a lot of work from home. It's just how I feel for that particular day. So yeah, planning ahead just allows you to be more free with your time, how you want to spend it. One other thing I want to emphasize is you need to be clear of what are the things that need to get done immediately. The bills, if you don't pay them on time, they're just going to be accumulating a lot more interest, that sort of thing. So make sure that you pay the bills on time. That's where planning comes in place, because you know when you can be expecting invoices coming to you, invoices, payments, bills, whatever they are, so you can make the payment on time so that you can avoid any overcharge or something like that. This is also applicable for stuff that needs to be cleared during a particular time. For example, if you're someone who's fond of like a seasonal cleaning, you probably would know that you will not be needing winter clothes during the summertime or summer clothes during the winter time. So that kind of like clearing and planning ahead actually keeps you on track, and you don't actually, this way you actually save a lot of time when you're crossing over the season to the next. These are some of the tasks that needs to get done periodically or sometimes on a monthly or weekly basis. And there are some other activities that you actually do at leisure. So please be sure that you know what are the things that you need to get done immediately, ASAP, that will not wait any more longer from the ones that you actually do at leisure. Like this way you know for sure that online browsing or anything, Instagram browsing, whatever you can do, you can actually do at the time where you're not doing anything important. Tip number 3, I call it the do not disturb hour, and this is the time, particularly somewhere after lunch, and just slightly before tea, I feel like I am the most productive. During this time, I'm able to do the most difficult task that I need to get done. I call this the productivity hour on my alarm clock, and I put a timer to it where I can actually count down from 2 hours of time. This way I feel like I can completely just dedicate all of my energy into focusing and ensuring that I get the task done. During the productivity hour, I don't check my inbox and I keep my phone away from me. Not having distraction is a huge deal breaker for me. This way I feel like I get a lot more things done, which is why I am able and want to film whenever my kid is not at home, because if she's around, there is no peace and quiet when I'm filming. I can actually cite an example. A half an hour shoot like this video is tended to be about within 20 to 40 minutes. If she's around, this sort of video could be stretched up to 3 hours because she's constantly checking on me. She constantly wants to see what I'm doing and how I'm operating the gear, the equipment, the camera, and the things that are in front of me. If I'm happen to do a makeup tutorial, some of the products may go missing and I might find them in the living room. Worse still, she's doing her own makeup tutorial on my dog or on herself, or she starts becoming artistic and drawing my foundation all across the wall. Try delegating the productivity hour in your day. This is a time where you feel like you can get a lot of things done and you're very much alert and you're really pumped up to get something done. That's probably the best time for you to bring everything together and get things done off your list. One thing that I do, which is tip number 4, is taking regular breaks from work. And why I say that we need to, I don't feel like if I'm working in an office all 8 hours I'm able to be productive, because one of those hours I gotta have lunch, and the remaining hours, there are times, the energy slumps that I'm talking about, I remember experiencing them just after lunch, somewhere around from 10 to 11 where the energy dip happens. And this way there's no way that I am 100% concentrating or focused on getting an activity or a task done at work. I do remember those are the times where I feel like I have very little motivation in a way, or just like lazy kind of feeling. So what I tend to do during those times, if I really feel too sleepy or too lazy, I take a break from my work, I grab a drink, or I watch a funny video on YouTube, or perhaps go for a walk around the block. You can try doing something that energizes you. Sometimes I just need an apple, sometimes I just need to have like a half an hour show to myself on Comedy Central. Tip number 5 and the last tip for today is deciding to be productive. If you're just going to be staying and feeling lazy, there's no way you're going to be making a positive change in your lifestyle. It is just about making that mental switch to becoming productive. If you decided to be productive, grab yourself a notepad, write down all the things that you need to get done and categorize them accordingly. It can be just about organizing, reviewing, researching, dumping perhaps something that has been outstanding for so long that it is almost of no value to your lifestyle or no personal significance to you. Then you probably just need to get rid of it. And email in your inbox, just go ahead and do something, get started, get up and do it right now. So these were all of my 5 tips to becoming more productive. I speak more about it on my blog post. If it's not up already, I'll put a link to it down below. So do go and check out my blog at www.theleavi.blogspot.sg, and do not forget to sign up for my monthly newsletter for a lot of freebies and sneak peeks, behind the scenes and stuff delivered to your inbox every month. And I will see you in my next week's video.